Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your practice for the day. If this is your first time clicking on my channel or visiting my channel or choosing to roll out your mat with me today, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Michelle and this is my Zen Within community. So welcome. Our practice today will be focused on lengthening and stretching the side body. An area that we don't often focus on. I do have a few other videos. I think I've maybe done one or two focusing just generally on this area, the side body. I always think it feels great. And when I do it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should do this more often, not realizing how tight the side body gets. I think also just part of our posture, and it's often compressed. And even though we might be doing some lengthening, yoga practices or stretching through the front body, back body, we don't always focus on the side body. So that's what we will be focusing on today, which will also lead us into a little bit of hip area as well, and in the back and spine. So if that sounds good to you, you will be needing a blanket unless you're on carpet. For some poses that we'll be doing on the hands and knees, I just like to have a little extra padding since I'm on a hardwood floor. So if you are as well, an extra blanket might be nice just to cushion the knees, give them a little extra love. All right, my friends, I will meet you back on your mat after you go grab your stuff. Okay. Okay, making our way into our first pose, which will just be an easy seated pose. So crossing at the ankles. Let's just do a little check-in. So resting the hands on the knees, on the thighs, lengthening up nice and tall through the spine, through the crown of your head. Right away, let the shoulders relax. And even though we're letting the shoulders relax, we don't want to lose the integrity of our posture. So we're simply just getting away from having the shoulders crunched up or shrugged up by the ears, just letting them drop down. And taking a cleansing breath, big breath in through your nose, fill up the belly, front to back, side to side. And then taking a long open mouth exhale. And just returning to the natural flow of your breath. Taking a few moments just to check in. Noticing your energy. Noticing your mindset. Noticing the physical body. Noticing your breath. And noticing where you are emotionally today. Not over analyzing any of this, just simply being in awareness of each of these parts of our body. And then nourishing all parts of that body with another cleansing breath. So inhale through the nose once again, full inhale, bringing in some fresh oxygen, some fresh prana. And taking a long open mouth exhale, releasing anything that's been stuck or stagnant or sticky. Taking a regular full breath in through the nose and a full breath out the nose. And then opening the eyes. Very nice. Always good to just do a little check-in. So as we move through each pose, I really want you to keep bringing that same focus. So focusing on that particular side of the body that we are stretching and opening. Okay. So let's just switch the crossing of our legs. So whichever foot was in closest to you, bringing that out in front. And we'll start with a side bend over to the right. So bringing that right palm to your mat, to the floor, and then reaching that left arm up and over. A nice generous bend in that right elbow. And then really feel for pressing that left glute, left hip down. Finding a place where the head can somewhat be relaxed. We're not kinking up the neck. And then making sure that the front body is opening up. So we're not rounding forward yet. We will come into something like that. And just holding here, breathing into the left side body. We're just going to take 3 big breaths here. One more breath here. And now just turning to the right, bring that left hand down and then send that right hand a little further back. So we're coming into a twist here that you should really feel this opening through that left side body, low back. This has become one of my favorite twists. Breathing into your belly. Let the belly be soft. This is also a really good twist to massage the intestines and the organs. Taking a few more breaths here. Taking a cleansing breath, big breath in, big breath out. And now bringing that right hand to or closer to the left. And then we're going to open up that left arm, opening up the chest towards the sky as though you are greeting the day. Great big inhale. And then as you exhale, bring that left arm back up. And then we're just going to float it right over to the left side. So left hand's going to come down. We're going to reach that right arm up and over. Nice big deep side bend here, and taking 3 slow, full deep breaths here into the right side body. Last breath. And then start turning to the left, reaching that right arm towards the left and then placing it down. Left hand comes a little further back behind you. Notice again if the shoulders are maybe up by the ears, draw the shoulders down, soften the belly, and breathing here. And taking a cleansing breath. And bring that left hand closer into the right. And then we're going to open up that right arm, opening up the front body, sending it up towards the sky. Big inhale. Maybe reach that right arm a little further back. Big inhale. And then exhale. Bring that right arm back up and make your way forward from here. Hands to the knees, to the thighs. Let the shoulders soften. Take a big breath in through the nose. Fill up the belly, front to back, side to side. And a big breath out. Opening the eyes. From here, we'll come into tabletop, and this is where I will be bringing in my blanket, so you can as well. If you need that extra padding. And let's take a few rounds of cat and cow here. So making sure your shoulders are stacked over the wrist, hips over the knees, feet are hip width distance, and toes are untucked, pressing through the tops of your feet. Take an inhale, drop the belly, reach the heart forward, tailbone up towards the sky. And then exhale, pressing it away. Nice curve in the spine, chin to chest. Good. Inhale, coming back forward to cow. Exhale, press it back. One more inhale, coming forward. And exhale, pressing it back. Coming into flat back, we'll take a few barrel rolls. So we're just going to be isolating the ribs. Yes, just isolating the ribs. So we're going to start first by sending the ribs over to the right. And then you're going to drop the belly down. So you're coming into your cow. And then you're going to send the ribs over to the left. And then you're coming up into your cat. So we're just taking a full circle. So ribs to the right. Drop the belly into your cow. Ribs to the left. Up into your cat. Just taking your own little flow here. We'll take it 2 more times in this direction, and then we'll flip to the other. So this movement may look very different in your body, which is perfectly fine. Good, and now switching to the other side. The main thing is just feeling for that side stretch through the ribs. Good, take one more full movement here. And then come into your neutral spine. Let's just warm up the wrist because we're going to be on the wrist a little longer. So I want to make sure we give them a little love. Let's just lift that right hand up, take some wrist rotations here. Sorry, I'm a little jumbly with my words today. And switching to the left hand. Good. And now we're going to send that right leg all the way back. Tuck the toes under, press through the heel. Engage the belly to support the low back. One more breath here. Big breath in. Big breath out. And now bring the shoulders so they're stacked back over the wrist. You're going to send that right leg over to the left as far as you can. You're going to tuck the toes back under, press through that heel, and then we want to turn to the left, so sending the upper body to the left. So now we're getting a nice side body stretch through that right side. Taking one more breath here. Bring the upper body back to center. Leave that right leg where it is. And now you're just going to drop that right knee behind the left leg. So it'll be like behind the calf. Untuck the toes of that right foot. And now you can make your way down onto your forearms. So this is where we get a little bit stretch in the hip, the IT band. Let the head be heavy. Just taking some nice, slow, deep breaths here. We'll take about 10 breaths. And taking a cleansing breath, big breath in, big breath out. And coming back to the palms of the hands to your mat. We're going to extend that right leg again. So you're going to tuck the toes, press through that heel, press it back, and then bring it around. And then bring the knee to your blanket, to your pad, and just shimmy the hips side to side. Good. And then we'll make our way to the left side. So send that left leg all the way back. Tuck the toes, press through the heel. Nice calf stretch. And bringing the upper body forward, shoulders over the wrist. Send that left leg over to the right as far as you can. Tuck the toes, press through the heel. And then looking and sending the upper body towards the right. One more breath here. Left leg stays there. We just bring the upper body back to center. And we're going to drop that left knee behind the right leg, untuck the toes, and then come on down to the forearms. Getting into that right hip IT band. And taking 10 slow deep breaths here. Last breath. Palms of the hands to your mat. Tuck the toes of that left foot, press through the heel, extend the leg, and then bring the leg to center, bring that knee down, shimmy the hips side to side. And now making our way into child's pose, a nice wide-legged child's pose. So bringing the knees closer to the edges of your mat, big toes touch. Send those hips back, reach the arms forward, lowering the forehead to your mat or to a block. Breathing into your belly, to your back. And focusing on, as you breathe into the back, that you're breathing into the ribs, breathing into the side bodies as well. And taking one more breath here. And now opening up that side body a little more, just walk the arms, your upper body over to the right as far as you can, letting the arms again stay neutral, rested on the floor, and maybe bring that left hand on top of the right. Breathing into the left side body. Send that left ribs to the floor. Taking a cleansing breath on this side. And then walking over to the left to open up and stretch that right side body. And taking a cleansing breath here. Walking yourself to center. And then slide the hands or bring the hands in closer to you, pressing yourself up. And then bring the knees and thighs in together and just shift over to your left hip. And we're going to come into a side body here. I went blank on the name of this pose. I believe it's side seal. I don't know why I cannot remember it right now. But we're going to extend the legs out And you have two options here. You can come down to your forearm, um, and you're going to sink your ribs down. So I want you to feel a nice side body stretch here, opening through the ribs. If being on the forearms, and you just really let that drop. If you don't feel a stretch, you can come up to the hand and then let those ribs get just heavy. So fine, just take a few seconds here to feel what feels best for you and where you feel most supported, so you're not um, having a hard time balancing in the pose. And then you can let the head rest, either resting on that shoulder or turn the chin in. And taking slow, deep breaths here. And let's take 3 more breaths here. Big breath in, big breath out. And then we'll just press ourselves up. And we're going to go right over to the other side. So just swing the legs over. Good. And remember that one side of the body may feel very different than the other. So you might need to make a little adjustment, or, straighten the arm or come down, just maybe do the opposite of what you did. Just really feeling into the body. And again, just looking for that sensation of a nice lengthening, opening side stretch on that right side, through the ribs, through the lats. Finding a place where the head can relax. Last breath. Good. And then pressing yourself up. We'll make our way down onto our backs. I'm just going to move my blanket out of the way here. Good. So just lower yourself down. And let's just release the low back first by bringing the knees into the chest. Take a few rocks side to side. And send the feet up towards the ceiling. Point and flex through the feet. Rotate through your ankles. Good. Bend the knees, lower your feet down, extend the legs all the way out, and we'll make our way into banana pose or banana sana. So we'll start over to the right. So bring your feet, your legs over to the right corner of your mat, and then shifting the upper body and arms over to the right as well. Bringing the arms, the hands up overhead, and maybe right hand grabs onto left wrist or opposite elbows. Take a big breath here right away into the left side body. Open mouth, exhale. And now cross that left foot over the right, or left ankle over the right. Release the glutes from clenching. And just breathing here. And if this is too much in your shoulders to have the arms in this position, just kind of find a place where the shoulders are able to relax, but you're still getting that nice stretch through that left side. I know this may be a little intense for some shoulders. Some days my shoulders are not very happy with this pose or this position of my arms. Let's take a cleansing breath here. Big breath in. Big open mouth exhale. And releasing the arms, releasing the legs. Make your way back to the center of your mat. Making any little adjustments. And then making your way over to the left side. So legs come over to the left corner of your mat. Upper body to the left, as well as the arms. Before you cross that right ankle over, just take a full breath in. And on that exhale, really guide the body to unclench, ungrip, especially through the glutes. Good. Once the body has relaxed, then cross that right foot, right ankle over the left. And then once again, guiding the body to unclench, ungrip. And then consciously breathing into the right side body. And taking a cleansing breath here. And releasing the body from this pose, coming back to the center of your mat. Good. Bring the feet in. And then bring the knees in. Again, taking a few rocks side to side. And then give yourself a big hug, a big squeeze here. Hug the knees in. Take a big breath to the belly. Take an open mouth exhale, letting the back decompress. Feel it melt into the earth. And now let the arms melt away from the legs. Lower your feet to your mat. And extend the legs all the way out, coming into Shavasana. Maybe you cover yourself with your blanket or whatever you may need here to make your Shavasana extra cozy. And once you get settled, taking a cleansing breath. And coming back to that place of doing a little internal check-in. How's your energy now? Your mindset? Your breath? Your physical body? And your emotional state? Not overanalyzing or overthinking, just simply tuning in. Noticing the effects of your practice. Taking a nourishing breath in. And a nourishing, cleansing breath out. And bringing some movement back into your body. Wiggle the fingers, the toes, the wrists, the ankles. Gently rocking your head side to side. And then reaching the arms back behind you. Bring the legs, the feet in towards one another. Point through the toes. Lengthen, reach through the fingers. Good. And now let's take one last little side body stretch. So lengthening your right leg and your right arm. Big stretch here. And then switching left leg, left arm. And then bring your feet to your mat. Bring the knees in, wrap the arms around the knees. Take a few rocks side to side. And then rolling over to one side, pausing there. Let's take a full breath here. And then pressing yourself up, coming into an easy seated pose. Bringing the palms of the hands together at the heart, taking a cleansing breath. And taking this focus of side body awareness off of your mat and into your life. Think of it as I believe we are often always focused on what's in front of us and often what has been in our past. And we don't focus on or are consciously aware of what's happening on the sidelines and maybe all the support that we have on the sidelines. I think we fret over our future and all that we have to do in front of us, and we fret over the past. But we forget about the sidelines and those that are cheering us on and those that have always been there. So maybe just taking this intention and thought off of your mat and into your life. And bowing our heads, may you continue to have peace in your heart, peace in your mind, peace in your body, and peace in your life. And always, always Zen within. Namaste. Namaste, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this side body practice. I know it felt really good for me. Wishing you a beautiful day and a great big reminder. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, if you would do so, that would be phenomenal. Maybe give this video a like, a thumbs up, leave me a comment if you enjoyed it. And I look forward to meeting you back on your mat for another practice coming soon. Peace and love.